All right, so now that the National Guard is, as we know, on the way to Memphis, what can they do and what can they not do? Our team coverage continues with Action News 5's Michaela Redmond. She sat down with a retired assistant Shelby County DA, retired JAG officer in the Army National Guard, and lawyer to find out.
It's going to come down to whether or not Governor Bill Lee signs a proclamation under state law, determining what the National Guard can or can't do. Regardless, this expert tells me he doesn't agree with the deployment to Memphis and doesn't think it will help challenges with crime. As Memphis officially awaits the arrival of National Guard troops, many questions still remain.
National Guard soldiers are kind of unique in that they're subject to both federal and state control.
Sitting down with Kevin Rardin, a former assistant Shelby County DA, military lawyer, and JAG officer. He tells me the presidential memorandum makes it clear that the National Guard is being sent to Memphis under Title 31 of the U.S. Code.
The federal government, the federal taxpayers are going to be footing the bill for this, but the soldiers will remain under the authority of the governor, and they will not be subject to the federal Posse Comitatus laws.
Rardin says in theory, the National Guard could be used as law enforcement officers, but Governor Lee would have to issue a state of emergency in Memphis and Shelby County before those National Guard members can be given those powers.
If he does not do so, then they have no more law enforcement powers than you and I have as citizens.
On the flip side, if the proclamation is issued, Rardin says those National Guard members will have the same powers as local and state law enforcement, meaning they could detain people who commit crimes in front of them. But he says they will most likely hand them off as quickly as possible.
You'll see them probably driving around in their Humvees. They'll probably be patrolling on foot in certain areas, maybe downtown. But I doubt that there's going to be a lot of interaction with the local citizens.
Bottom line, Rardin says he doesn't support the deployment and says there are better ways of handling crime, specifically referencing the additional federal agents mentioned in the memorandum who are trained in law enforcement.
They may have some effect on the crime rates in Memphis just by their very presence, being extra eyes and ears on the street. But I suspect that if you look at the National Guard alone and not these other federal law enforcement resources, Memphis will probably be about the same as it was before they were here.
Reporting in Memphis, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.